welcome back to the Top 100, ladies and gentlemen.
We are still hammered from the last one.
Yes, we are still hammered.
Time has not changed at all for us here, but for you it's been about a month or two, depending on how I've been doing with the editing. So, Neil, we're now into the business end of this fucking list.
We are officially into the top half.
And where the takes are getting hotter.
This is where our actual tastes come true, and you may judge us.
Oh, they're definitely going to start.
Oh
judging.
my god, if they've not just before, they will definitely now. I am going to start off, thankfully, to try and get the fans' good side. My number 50 is a PS2 game, a seminal one. It's Beyond Good and Evil.
Okay.
Yeah, great choice. Great choice.
Not played it, but I know about it, and I know that it's
A
good.
lot of people love it. It's
Yeah,
like one of those cult classics.
Jade.
One of those cult classics. People have been calling for this to be remade
Yeah.
since as long as I can remember.
A classic example of a strong female character, feminists.
Yeah, actually.
Just
yeah,
ignore
very
her.
good show.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's a really, really good game. It's fucking, the story is super tight on it. The gameplay mechanics are well done. No, it's just, I can't really say anything more about it without ruining it. I really don't want to ruin it.
So yeah, he's looking at me saying, "You're playing this."
Yes. I'm just
Well,
saying.
up to now, I had
It's
no
PS2
intention.
era. It's PS2 era. It's still within your time bracket.
Yes.
I know, but I just never played it. I never had the
Same
chance.
here. It's a game I've heard so much about, but not necessarily anything
You're
about
a photographer taking pictures of aliens, right?
Yeah, it's
kind of like what's dead fucking.
I'm heavily. We're going to heavily simplify this. I'm not going to go into any kind of details because I might ruin it. But yeah, you're basically an investigative journalist, photographer, and you're just investigating this case, and it just spirals, and it's just you dealing with it. Yeah, no, it's just fantastic. It's like if you're into this is the game. Has it been mentioned? Has Eternal Darkness been on anybody's list?
Your one.
Has it been? Oh, it's mine on my
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Eternal Darkness, which I think both of you are, it's further on your list. I know it is.
Yeah,
fucking hint.
sure.
I'm kicking the shins off people other than they. It's
Just
brilliant.
rewriting my next.
No, rabble. No, it's a fantastic, well put game, very well written, just brilliant. Really needs to be. I think
It is a sequel.
there's a
production,
sequel
yeah.
coming up.
There is a sequel.
Oh, okay.
And really hope in with that sequel to
Who are the
just
developers?
bundle a remake of the first game.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Back when they actually gave a shit about making
Yeah.
Back when they were developers.
I'm sure it's the same team as the sequel as well. So
the fucking eyebrow raise. They
Yes.
actually interfered with a space station. But yeah, Beyond Good and Evil, it's one of those games that everybody's heard of but nobody's played.
yeah.
I heartily recommend it. Correct that, because when you do, you'll go, "Oh, this is what people were talking about."
Yeah.
Go for it.
Very good.
Adam,
Very
50.
good. Very good choice for number 50.
Yep.
Number 50, PC game. You'll have all heard of the title. I doubt many of you will have played this game or heard of it.
Right.
It is The Hobbit on PC.
Really?
What the
It's
fuck?
really fun little platformer. Where
The platformer.
yeah, it's a 3D platform. Think Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
You're playing as Bilbo Baggins through the book story of The Hobbit, up to the Battle of the Armies.
Oh, Battle of the Five Armies.
Five armies, yeah. You start off with a stick, going around the Shire, doing odd jobs for people, collecting like whatever, advancing the story. You then become the thief. You play through everything. You find a sting that then becomes your main weapon.
Yeah.
You fight against elemental spiders in Shelob's lair. So it's got a whole element of choice with what weapons what to attack with, what things to do. You get sticks. I think eventually you get stones. You do the barrel ride. You have the ring, which is a mechanic where you can go invisible for a set time limit.
Nice.
You have to do stealth missions after that. It's really fun. It's really counterintuitive.
Yeah.
I say counterintuitive because the controls are kind of standard mid-2000s PC fare.
So a bit kind of clunky in places.
Yeah, a bit clunky.
Wasage,
Trying to look around with trying to look around the platform with a mouse is not the easiest thing.
Yeah.
When it's over the shoulder, you have to go into first-person view to actually look around the area. But that said, it's a really fun little game. And when you get to the end, fucking Baird is there as a bear, and it's like, get to the bear, talk to him. It's like, oh, I wonder who that could be. Well, yeah, it's the Brown Wizard. it's fun. Wasgad, yeah. Yeah, sorry. And it's fun.
Okay, very good.
I'd definitely highly recommend playing it. It's one of the It's one of the few games I had on PC before I got Steam.
Yeah.
So I had the disc and I just played the fuck out of this game. And I really enjoy it. I highly recommend to anyone that wants to play a fun game.
Very good, very good. Okay, so my number 50 is something I might describe as an acquired taste. For anyone who's played a lot of Telltale games, you kind of get the idea of the formula. It's episodic. It's very much like choice oriented, and whatever you do.
Hot takes?
No, not quite. But you get the idea of the Telltale format.
Is it Telltale or is it Telltale-esque?
It's Telltale-esque. So it's something where it's taken that idea and done a very slight tweak on it, but in doing so has made the game far more intriguing, and that's Life is Strange. It's
Adam's got another one.
I'll tell you why I like the game. And
it's actually properly walked out of the room.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I'll rattle through this when he comes back, because it's -2 outside, so he'll be back soon.
Yeah, it is like
yeah.
Fucking
no, it's either that or he's chosen to freeze to death rather than listen to what I think of this game.
That is actually I genuinely think that's a choice he'd make.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. But listen, I'll tell you the reason why I like this game. Yeah. The reason why I like this game is because, as I was saying with the Telltale games, especially The Walking Dead, you have only a certain amount of time to make a choice. Hi, Adam. You have a certain amount of time to make a choice, right? And because of that, then you have to take a guess on what's going to happen, right? Now, the idea of Life is Strange is you have this power of going back in time for a split second.
This is the game that you played through.
Yes.
And I saw like the first 15 minutes of it and predicted almost exclusive
exactly
the ending, the villain, and every fucking super choice that you had to make. Every meaningful one. Yeah.
But as
that pissed me off so much that I just couldn't. It was like, it's so fucking poorly written.
But like I said, the writing isn't the best, I'll be honest. But
what I liked was hella bad.
But I like the gimmick. I like the gimmick because the fact is that because it is choice oriented, all it's done is that with The Walking Dead, you don't have a chance to look back.
The mechanics behind it are really good.
But the mechanic behind it is that you now have an idea. You see, you can go back and do both choices, and that makes it more agonizing because then which way do you go?
The way that gets most people killed because all the characters are insufferable.
But that's supposed to be insufferable. They're all fucking college students and they're all weepy and moany and
do you remember college and school?
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I hated everyone.
Yeah, but they're written that way. They're typecasted. You know, you have your job, you have your token. They're meant to be that way.
I know. I didn't give it a fair shout because it's just so samey story, and I played through it done well.
I understand that Life is Strange 2 is very, very good, and
I've heard that. I've heard that it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've yet to play it myself, but I like
because the protagonist is male.
No, because the protagonist isn't a prick. No, she is just so insufferable. She's pure Mary Sue. Her only flaw is that she can't accept that she's good at things. She can fucking travel through time, and she's still like, oh no, I'm a shit photographer.
Yeah,
bitch, you took a picture of a butterfly that the fucking serial killer teacher said is great.
Oh, dear.
And he's won awards for his snuff films.
Yeah. But even
actually looked real, like the bitches die.
I also like the way it was kind of like the aesthetic of it, where because it's all that kind of weird kind of arty look to it.
The art style and
it looks good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it looks presented well.
For a game that tells you that you have so many choices, when it really railroads you into only having one though. That annoys me.
Yes, I've always found that with
if you actually had a choice, you could tell the principal, fuck you, that guy just killed her. Look, I'm going to go back in time and let her die, and that'll show you.
Yeah,
that would have been a great fucking choice.
I do actually
having to save the blue-haired bitch because she was plot relevant.
Yes,
that got to me. I was like, she deserves to fucking die. She's trying to do a fucking drug deal with a fucking jock who's off his tits on steroids. I don't know her. Let her die. Sorry, I know I'm showing my biases here, but it's no skin off my nose.
I can see where you're coming from. In a way, like
also, I'm not going to fucking meddle with the space-time continuum. I just had a dream where the world was destroyed by my time-meddling powers. I'm not fucking touching anything.
No, I can see your point. But like I said, I think at least with the
give me a game where I don't have to talk to this blue-haired bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, hot take. Go on.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. I enjoyed Life is Strange for what it was. Like I said, it was cheesy and hokey in places, but presented well.
No,
writing wasn't the great. It wasn't the best.
I'll put a bit.
I've heard that to be fair, the episode writing gets better as it goes on when they got feedback.
They had a very good first episode.
And I've heard that you can have characters commit suicide, and the game tries to make you feel bad about it, but you're like, nah, I'm happy.
I know that too. Like, there's a suicide, and your character goes, oh no. But
oh no,
but it's just like yeah,
just,
you should be a bit more caught up about it. But again, they're millennials. They're all kind of like just melody people anyway, you know.
Kind of thing. I sort of slightly off topic. I kind of found the same thing with Until Dawn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they would give you characters like bravery ratings. I was like, but I'm controlling them.
Yeah.
It's like, this character's only as brave or as meek as I fucking allow them to be.
Yeah. which is why when I was playing it, I went full tilt into what I knew they wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you're metagaming a game like that, it kind of takes you out of it.
Yeah. I think so too a little bit because I always found that
as I say, like the one thing that got me is that there is no true choice.
Yeah.
They're railroading you then, and they don't even disguise it well.
No, they don't.
The Walking Dead, the first season of it, did it well. It disguised the fact that you didn't have a choice, and then after that, it's like, oh, this character dies, they're going to die 2 episodes later.
Yeah.
Which annoyed me.
I'll talk about the Telltale stuff later on in the list, but you're absolutely right in what you're saying. The Telltale formula is one that got old so fast, and at least with Life is Strange, that slight tweak gives you enough to say, oh, now I've seen both avenues, I've seen where both of them go, which is the best.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked. I liked how it was presented. I liked how it was done cinematically.
You liked how you got a bit of foresight.
Yes.
And that was used as part of the mechanic.
Okay. Exactly.
To throw it a bone, I do like how it's willing to handle topics that a lot of games wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think in particular with Life is Strange 2, it goes very
That said, though, I think better games could do it.
I like the fact that it's a door opener for a lot of things that a lot of games wouldn't have gone near.
Yeah, it's
and now that they've done it, games can actually go, oh well, I can explore this with some skill. Exactly,
it's going to be it's something that's based off topical things.
Sorry,
happening.
A kitten just ran by the door.
No, it's the doggo.
That was a doggo.
Yeah,
small dog.
She just happens to look like a kitten in some lights.
In the dark. Oh, there she is.
No,
but the thing is, like, as I said, it's that sort of thing that will be looked on and go, when that was the first game to do it.
Yeah,
you know.
No.
And also that the actual people that are playing it are not necessarily gamers.
Yeah,
you see, there's not gameplay in it.
Yeah.
It's for different markets. They're for different audience.
The thing is, I've played these walking simulators that are mine. I know there's no fucking gameplay per se, but
you see my point though, in that this will be an entry point for those people who have played Life is Strange and will say, I'll see you Life is Strange and I'll raise you Dear Esther, or I'll raise you Thomas Was Alone.
It's one of the first games.
Isn't the priority.
It's one of the few games that gets credit for being kind of like a gateway drug.
Yes,
yeah, but
that's a good way of putting it.
Again, the way it's marketed, the thing that gets me is it's all your choice, and it's like there is no fucking choice.
It's not about that.
Yeah.
But when you get into it and you learn more about the game mechanics.
If I were willing to give it the chance, I'm sure I would like it, but I just cannot get past that first fucking 20 minutes.
I can understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
That said, though, I'm happy to give. I don't buy these fucking episodic games as they come out and kiss their shit. But once all the episodes are out for 2, I'm happy to play that.
That's kind of the best way of doing it. And that's what Telltale learned, that people weren't buying it per episode.
Yeah, and then the fucking final arc of The Walking Dead got stuck halfway through.
Yeah, exactly. So Tina's now on the top 100 video. I'm so proud of her.
Hi, Tina. Hiya. Oh, look at you. Look at you. You're bashing me away. She really hasn't gotten any bigger.
No.
This is her full grown.
Looks like it.
Nice.
So,
good.
Who's
you're
49 now, isn't it?
Yes, it's my 49.
Yes, we'll just try and rattle through this.
We'll just let her calm down.
Yeah, she's good. She's
right. So from one sociopath to the next.
Yay.
But in this case, he's meant to be a sociopath. My 49 is Hitman Blood Money.
Nice. Oh, fantastic.
Best of the Hitman series. Hitman 1, the remake, and Hitman 2 have not come yet to the heights that Blood Money hit. And in all fairness, I don't really blame them because Blood Money was fucking brilliant. It was great in terms of storyline and in the numerous ways you could just murk bloods.
Yeah.
Murky blood. And yeah, Adam's got a...
I've just caught the puppy.
You've just got a...
That's fair, yeah.
She likes Neil better.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Yeah, this is not disruptive at all.
Get into it. It had a...
Carry on, Neil.
It had great assassination mechanics.
Speaking of assassination mechanics.
It had great subduing mechanics. It had great mechanics for subduing people as well. So if you wanted to totally non-lethal the game, it was fucking excellent to do that.
Yeah.
No, it was great, and the disguise mechanics, brilliant. Everything worked just so well. No, it was great.
This is the one where, like, if you're a cop, all the chefs are like, yeah, he's fine.
No. It was great. They actually got the disguises worked out really well, and then they kind of fucked it up slightly on in Hitman 1.
Yeah.
So
then reboot.
Yeah, but it's great. I'm like any game where you have to sneak through a fucking gang infested amusement park to baseball bat a guy in the head.
Yeah.
Gets my fucking marks.
Now I've mentioned my way of playing Hitman's in a previous video that nobody has seen, which is you try to get the lowest score possible.
Yeah.
By just bludgeoning people with a hammer if you need to.
Yeah.
Like or shovels. Or
something convoluted that still gets you caught out.
Yeah,
really
but no, Blood Money is just, it's one of the best at Hitman series, and I'll be surprised if they ever hit those heights again.
Is that the Hitman game that has the Naked Man Easter egg? That if you do a certain amount of things in a really weird order that are nothing that you couldn't even possibly
the one with
yourself.
the pool boy, right?
Yeah. That's the one where if you rig it up twice with the fuel canisters, and when it blows up and blows the wife into the pool, all the bodyguards that come around and applaud.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh man, we are scratched the fuck from that dog. Neil's neck is just like it looks like he's been out to a fucking nightclub.
Yeah. Oh dear. So
Hitman Blood Money, my number 49. Hit it.
Adam, you're 49. This is your chance now. The dog's gone away.
This is my chance to redeem myself.
Yes.
DS game. Well, I played it on DS. Ace Attorney Justice for All.
Ooh, good
I
choice.
think this is our second mention of Ace Attorneys.
All in on Ace Attorney games. I'm all in on Ace Attorney.
Well, it's a fourth mention actually, yeah.
Justice for All, I think, is the best story.
Yeah. Justice for All is number 2?
2, yeah.
2, yeah.
Trials and Tribulations is 3.
That's right, yeah.
Justice for All is the one where you're the killer.
Yes, the killer. That's very, very good.
That's a great case.
That's very good. It's actually probably my favourite case out of the entire Ace Attorney series. Just how
cross-examining that and being willing, canonically, Phoenix being willing to lose the case so as justice
because he just knows,
shows that it's great.
There's a great dynamic between him and Edgeworth in that case, actually, by the way, because they're just orchestrating the whole thing, and it's obviously rigged, but
Von Karma in it is.
Von Karma's a brilliant villain.
She's no, she's not
even
a
villain. Sorry, prosecutor.
It's Franziska Von Karma.
Yeah, Franziska.
As opposed to what's his name? Von Karma.
Yeah, I just call him Baron Von Karma. It's not the right name.
Baron Von Karma.
Yeah, it just makes
him
sound.
Fucking villain in a fucking
Bond movie.
I know. It sounds better that way.
It's a great game, and I just say it has the best story in the series.
I would go with that.
Maybe barring the first one's DLC.
I'd go with that.
The extra chapter.
Yeah. Like I said, I completely agree with you on that. I prefer 3 over 2 myself, but that's solely put in the final. But the final case is 6. Fantastic in 2. I enjoyed the overall game of 3 more.
Yeah, so there's not much more to say about gameplay.
You know it by now, I think, from this list. And
although I think we might have not explained it at all throughout the list, saying it's coming up later. It's coming up later.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing where it's like you'd know it if you played it or if you've seen it.
Yeah,
and but it's very hard to describe in the vacuum. Yeah, it's very good and it's so easy to play as well. Like you just have to pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, just download an emulator.
It's all on the DS store. You can all get it there. All 5-6 games of it.
It is actually one of the reasons why the DS is region locked now.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed. Okay, I think it's my turn for 49 now.
Puppy's on the table.
As is tradition. My 49 is Monkey Island 2, The Chuck's Revenge.
Nice.
That is actually controversial.
Yes, the first and by no means the last mention of Monkey Island on my list.
Or anybody's list, I think.
Yeah, that's true too. Monkey Island is a fantastic point-and-click adventure series. It's
one of the best.
It's one of the best. It's something where it is a good piss take of games at the time. And there's also great humour, great comedy in it, and real colour. Monkey Island 2, I would argue, is probably the most serious out of the original 3. I haven't played 4 or 5, so I don't know if they're any good or not. 5 is a Telltale iteration
just the remakes of it, yeah.
Tales of Monkey Island, thanks, Tina. Now,
so
the thing is, this one feels like a lot more of a serious game than the other 2. You know, the third game has a lot more graphics to it. It's actually presented so fucking
I thought
well.
The ending as well, the third. People, that's a real controversial point.
Yes.
That it ruined a lot of it.
That was for 2. I know the ending. The ending you're talking about. We played on the channel actually, and it's a massive fake out because suddenly it's not a spoiler by the way. This game is fucking 25 years old, so shut up. You're literally suddenly just in a.
She is literally dragging me off the table.
That's good. That's the right thing to do. She's a big fan of Life is Strange actually. That's why she's off to your oblivion.
She was actually saved by Jonathan's time travel power.
Yeah, all the crazy weather we're having lately is butterfly effect. No,
she's gonna wreck my good jumper. I don't even care.
Tell her to stop.
Tina,
one good jumper.
Yeah.
Down. My one jumper.
Yeah.
Down, bro.
Now, so like I said, the comedy in it is not as bountiful, but there are sections that are just very, very funny.
Yeah.
There's one section I remember that literally just like you get a bonk on the head and two skeletons come in and have a dance number, and that's part of a puzzle later on. So it's actually more of the game, more serious in tone, not even in tone, but just more serious in direction and in presentation. Whereas the first game was just a massive fucking barrel of laughs, but it was not shall we say, it was not taken seriously in a way. This is taken seriously. And it's actually a continuation of the story. So it depends on your point of view. You either liked it or you didn't like it. The ending most definitely was a fake out.
Yeah.
I can see why people didn't like it. I didn't like it myself. But at least it was a fake out.
Yeah. Because
the three lads that were there initially decided, look, we're happy with what we've done here. If anyone wants to make another game, go nuts. At least he didn't scorch the earth. That's all I'll say. They just threw a little bit of petrol on just to tease you, but didn't set fucking fire to it. So that's good.
That belongs to Monkey Island 3, I believe.
Yeah, not necessarily.
That's quite a high pitch there.
Yeah. Continuing on with the same pitch, you're number 48.
My 48 is a game that probably nobody's played on the Mega Drive.
It's a game.
Game on the Mega Drive. One of the best made games I've ever seen on the Mega Drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game called The Story of Thor.
Right.
On the Mega Drive. If you were in America, you would know this game as Beyond Oasis, which is a far more suitable name for it because there's no reference to Norse mythology or Thor in the entire game whatsoever.
Is it even a story?
It is, actually.
Okay, that's a start.
Fucking brilliant game.
Okay, that's good.
The combat mechanics in it are some of the
combat mechanics on the fucking Mega Drive.
Yeah, I've some of the best I've ever seen. You've got an amulet. Basically, essentially, right? There are two amulets, a gold and a silver one.
Right.
The silver one is stolen by an evil enchantress who is ruling over the land, and the gold one gets lost forever. Winds up in the hands of this young man called Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And how the gold one works is that you can summon up elementals by firing it at, say, if you want to summon a water elemental, you'll fire it at water. Mm-hmm. If you want to summon a shadow elemental, you'll fire it at dark.
Shadows. Okay.
Right.
Yes, or fire, etc. So on and so forth. And that's basically how you get through like puzzles, you get through the fucking games, and that's just how it is. But the mechanics behind it were so fucking good. The tune, the artwork was brilliant. Why it was called The Story of Thor is beyond me. They even made a sequel, The Story of Thor 2.
Yeah.
Beyond me.
Probably mixed up the
Nothing
names.
about it.
Lost in
but there's
translation.
nothing about it. Like, your the guy's called Ali in it. It's set in the desert.
It's lost in
What
translation.
the fuck is about Thor in it?
Yeah.
Lost in translation.
So, but the American name is Beyond Oasis, which is far better. So why don't you just stick with that? So that's how it is. But it's one of the best games ever. I think I spent more renting out this game than the game actually cost to buy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, is it an RPG or what is it?
It's kind of an RPG, kind of explorer, kill everything game.
Oh,
it's
right.
Sort of like a cross.
Kind of like a Zelda.
Sort of like
Yeah.
But not as expansive.
Like
more RPG elements into it.
Yes.
And
because it gets that real kind of like Binding of it's like that kind of Binding of Isaac style game.
Similar to it, but it works.
Okay, fair enough.
The Story of Thor, Beyond Oasis. If you're American, definitely get into it. It's just trust me, when you're looking at the gameplay footage of it, you're gonna go, I want to play this.
Yeah, maybe you could be absolutely right. Adam, how's Tina?
She is biting the fuck out of my jumper,
as is tradition. Number 48.
That's fine. Number 48. While I was on the subject of Ace Attorney, this game that I played through recently, actually, it's from the same writer, I think. Ghost Trick.
Yes, great shout.
Fantastic puzzle game.
Yeah, it is on my fucking list for ages.
Such a good fucking twist ending. I'm not going to spoil anything. Twists throughout.
Yeah.
You're a ghost. You can possess objects.
Yeah.
You move through like the ghost realm. You're trying to prevent people from dying. So one of your powers is that you can go back in time to stop someone else's death up to 24 hours. You set everything up so as you stop people that are core to the game from dying, and then they're able to interact with your ghost once you've saved them. So the whole thing is you trying to puzzle out why you were murdered, and it's fucking phenomenal game.
Good. That's very good.
Just getting through the whole
Kind
thing.
of like the Sexy Brutal. That's a recent game that was done out. I'll give that to you. It's on the PS4.
Okay.
That's like that. It's like you preventing people's deaths, and then their ghosts interacting with you.
Yeah. So there are multiple ghosts throughout. I should mention.
Yeah.
And each one of them is just like fucking balls to the wall. So you can control up to, I think it's 2 or 3 different ghosts, depending how much of a spoiler I'm willing to give. And they have different powers. So there's one ghost that's power is, well, your main one, Cecil.
Yeah.
His power is that he can make objects move in the way like an object would move. So he can open an umbrella.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So you have to try and open things with perfect timing so that you just kind of what's Rube Goldberg machine things to stop hitmen from killing a detective who's being framed for your murder.
Yeah, I get you.
And it's phenomenal the way it works.
Great stuff.
And you can travel through the phone lines, and you're the only ghost that can travel through phone lines. So you're kind of getting to the right areas at different times to hear the plot and figure out what the fuck is happening.
Brilliant. I will say one thing about the DS: it is a fucking it is a bountiful with those type of games.
Yeah, and it's such a shame.
They just released everything for the
Yeah.
It's such a shame that this game was pirated to death, so they can never make a sequel.
It's a pity. Like Ghost Trick, Ace Attorney, fucking Professor Layton, Hotel Dusk. I put in that category.
No, they did make a sequel to that.
Yes, but I know, but it's part of
2 and
those.
3.
Yeah, it's part of those really good games where there's no pace to it because you're just reading in your own time. It's just it's as fast as you
Hotel
want.
Dusk was more like a fucking novel because you actually read it like a novel. You had to turn the DS sideways.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they're all part of those what I would call blue chip games.
I'll say in this game the characters alone are worth playing for. They're like these kooky characters that you'd expect from an Ace Attorney game.
Yeah, exactly.
And your character bio updates each time, so you've got like a book of their bios that updates with what you know about them.
Brilliant. I like that feature.
It's a fantastic game, and I highly recommend anyone that's not played play it.
Brilliant.
Jonathan.
It's on my list, man. Believe me.
I'll loan it to you. It's fine.
Number 48 is my one. That's my one next, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
48 is something that's been mentioned on the top 100 already. In fact, I'm actually surprised it's not higher on your list, Neil. Gabriel Knight's Sins of the Father.
Oh, the first one.
It's not been mentioned on the list, but it's been mentioned in passing.
Yes, it has been. That's true, actually. You're right. It's a point-and-click adventure made by Sierra, of all people, is what I have written down here. But it has nothing to do with Sierra.
Wait, you've written down notes? Jesus, Jonathan's taking this seriously.
Very seriously,
going mad, man.
But it's all because of Jane Jensen, who's the main creator. And what I will give Sierra credit in one sense is that they really did advocate for authorship. You know, they were very much keen on if you there's these 3 guys who want to make a game in space. Cool, go with it. Here's your money.
Yeah,
if you want to make a game in the kingdoms, cool, go for it. Roberta Williams wants to make an FMV horror movie / fic fucking adventure game, whatever it is. Cool, give her the money, whatever.
Yeah.
Give her $8 million.
But if it doesn't work the first time, they don't get it again.
They don't get it again, and I love how they did that. And Jane Jensen, who was worked on tons of games for them in the past, finally got her big break. She got her game she wanted to do, and as I said, she just fucking nailed it. The main character is so goddamn charismatic. Now, I played the 20th anniversary version, but the original is voiced by Tim Curry. Yep. Hopefully by the time this comes out, we have played it on the channel, so by all means click on it. And he just hams it up, but it's done the right way.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep, rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
Fucking voice cast of the first one is unbelievable.
It's incredible. Mark Hamill's in it as Mosley, Michael Dorner's in it as Voodoo John.
Yeah, he's the Voodoo.
Sorry guys, I'm just silent because I'm being attacked by a puppy.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And like I said, what I love about it is the story is told over a period of days. And
2 or 5 days.
It's a week, yeah. But also a brilliant setting as well, because it's a voodoo themed game, and of course the only place you could have a voodoo themed game is New Orleans. The perfect place for it. And so it has the culture, has the colour, has all the scenes of it as well. It has the I can't remember the name of the statue, but it has that in it as well. The end of the game gets a bit weird in places, but it is a fantastic game.
Every time she barks, just put a picture of her up.
Yeah. But it is a sort of thing where it's just it's just fantastic. Really one of those complete point-and-click adventures. Brilliant. It doesn't need to be
brilliant story.
It's great.
Yes.
If we describe it, it's Broken Sword on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
With voodoo.
With voodoo.
Yeah, voodoo Broken Sword, which I don't think is something Broken Sword ever did.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them.
No, they haven't actually. Never done it. Never done it.
No, not gone near voodoo.
Cool.
Well, that's because Gravy and Light Bagsy did it. They just did it.
Yeah,
Nailed it. Neil, 47.
47.
Just while I sacrifice my jumper to the puppy overlord.
Pretty much.
Damn it.
Welcome back, everybody. We've, as for the second time in this videos, we've got to get the food.
Yeah.
But because of our very tight schedules, we're just going to keep rattling on. It's pizza this time, would you believe?
Pizza time.
Yes.
Pizza time.
Neo Kobe style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without
Soup
the
and shit.
soup. Yeah, without the soup. So Neil, you're
Speak for yourself. I always bring in Gallon.
So Neil, I believe it's your 48 or 47, I should say.
My 47 is Back to the Battletech, and it's MechWarrior 3.
Nice.
Which console's that on?
That would be PC, baby. No, it's just one of the proper Mech Warrior simulation games.
Yeah.
The mechanics behind it were brilliant. The missions were excellent. It was just so fucking in depth, but action packed at the same time. So you got a lot of like information to deal with as a Mech Warrior, as a Mech pilot. But you also had to like blast the shit out of everything that moved, and it was just excellent.
Yeah.
No, it was just fantastic, and it was night and day between planning, not piloting the different mechs.
Yeah.
Everything handled differently. It was great.
So was it definitely an overhaul?
No,
Like
it's
different mechanics or?
No, MechWarrior 3 was great. MechWarrior 2 was excellent.
I'm not sure how excellent would be better than great to me.
Yeah. MechWarrior 2 was really good in establishing the mechanics, and then MechWarrior 3 then perfected them.
Okay.
Between how the mechs handled
Yes.
the combat. Unbelievably, it was one of the first multiplayer online communities that came up with its own kind of rules against things like legging mechs, whereby if you destroyed both legs of a mech, it would just be useless and you'd immediately eject. So there was kind of unofficial rules against that.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so it's an honor system.
Yeah, essentially.
I like that.
That's very nice. You rarely see that.
Yeah.
Rarely see that.
So, MechWarrior 3, if you're into mecha, fuck all that Zone of the Enders bollocks. Oh, look, well, no, they're good games. I just...
Well, don't, because it's coming up soon.
Spoiler.
No, I just suck at them. None of them are on my game. They're really good. I'm just always routinely really bad at them. But the MechWarrior games, I really excelled at, which is why they're on my list rather than those things.
Go. So, excellent. Adam, 47. Your mouthful of pizza, as a tradition.
That's a tradition. It's actually the words I'm looking for are lost in the pizza. It's actually quite coincidental that we have our Neo Kobe pizza. My 47 is a game mentioned previously that we've played through. It's Snatcher.
Wow.
On the MSX.
Oh.
I am leaving out that final chapter simply because of the shooting gallery.
That is fair enough.
Because you did not like that.
No, that's fair enough.
did
That
not
was a
like-
bitch to play.
The royal we did not like that.
No, that was a rough time.
I'll admit, I enjoyed the whole half-hour extra cutscene that came from that one bit of gameplay. But yeah, no,
So you're gonna have to pop out to the shops to get more air quotes.
Yeah.
Keep on with this shit.
I enjoyed it. I really do enjoy the Kojima-verse, just because it's so fucking balls to the walls.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And I don't think there's more we can mention.
No, because
No.
I mean, if you want to know more about our feelings on the game, then go to Madness Plays Snatcher.
actually, the one thing we'll mention is, you're saying about the MSX there. We kind of clarify what was the difference between MSX and Sega CD. Because the MSX version, there was 3 acts in the game altogether. That was
The
on the Sega
MSX
CD.
only had 2.
Yeah, exactly. The MSX only had the 2. The idea was that
It wasn't
Snatcher-
voice acted.
No, it wasn't. No. The
That
idea
a nice
was
addition
that
for me.
the idea was that Snatcher was going to be a two-part game, where Act 3 and Act 4 was going to be the kind of encapsulation of the game series. But they only got so far as Act 3, and then the whole thing was released on Sega CD. That was the complete version with voice acting, a little better graphics, a lot more colour, a lot more music, and presented well, a lot more depth into it as well.
And it was great.
Yeah.
And you'll notice this is my first foray into the Metal Gear series on my list.
Not your last, I'm sure.
Foreshadowing.
How did you know it was number 4?
We all peeked your list while you were gone. Okay. My 47.
Jonathan, you're number 47.
Yes,
please.
just swallowing the crust here. My number 47 is another point-and-click adventure game.
Well, literally on the crust.
Yep.
Chewing the crust.
Yes, and from my favourite point-and-click series, Broken Sword 2: The Smoke and Mirror.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
So, this is the sequel to the Shadow of the Templars, but it's changed tack completely. No Templars involved whatsoever. This is all about mines and the Mayan apocalypse. So you remember actually, was it back in like 2012?
Sorry, did you say Mayans or mimes?
Mayans.
Because mimes are in the first one.
Yes. Very much in the very much
the
so.
mime apocalypse. I don't trust mimes, as you well know.
Well documented. Well documented, yeah.
They can walk against the wind, and that terrifies me.
Yeah. Anyone that can do that.
They see invisible windows.
But
What's to stop them from making an invisible ladder and climbing up to my window?
And they're raping me.
I don't even need to see them.
You won't even know they're there.
They can just simulate it.
Yeah. Anyway, so Broken Sword 2 very much changed tack from the subject matter of the first game. Went mines, went with the apocalypse at the turn of the millennium.
Introduced the lovers' quarrel.
Well, the lovers' quarrel was kind of there, but they
weren't lovers before.
No, the sexual tension was
there. The sexual
there.
tension was there, but not the lovers' quarrel. You're right. So this is kind of done in a very different approach to the first game in a weird way, because the first game, you won't see it now with the director's cut, but the original was more open world. Like Paris, you go to various locations at any time. Not the case here. It's very much you're in this area now. Do what you need to do. Move on to the next one, which is kind of the way point-and-click adventures now go. It's more focused. It's more linear. You can't really get lost in a way. No. So at this stage, the game is a lot more of a tighter experience. But I kind of like the freedom more, which is again just purely down to preference. The plot's fine. It's just you really can't compare with the first one because the first one is so well written. This one's again a lot tighter, a lot more.
It has a fun little thing with coal where you keep picking up coal.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you can
completely ignore it if you want.
Yes.
But you can keep doing things with it.
Yeah, exactly. You always have an option to use coal, except for one thing in one city. That's where the Easter egg is,
and it actually works.
It actually works. Yeah, it's fantastic.
What was that? It's a lump of lucky coal. Coal? I would have preferred chocolate. Any flavor, so long as it hasn't got marzipan in it. God, I hate marzipan. You can talk. I mean, you're a talking goat. Keep your voice down. This is between you and me, right? Well, I guess so. Now, I mean it. You tell anyone you've spoken to me, and you'll be cursed.
Like I said, it's
I mean, you launch it from a catapult onto another island.
Yeah.
Go to that island. It's like, hey, it's my lucky coal.
And to be fair, the puzzles in it are never actually quite difficult. It's a lot easier to play than the first game in my view.
There's no real moon logic to it.
No, there wasn't. Everything made sense once you were paying attention. And like I said, it plays out quite well. You play Nico for the first time as well, contrary to what the director's cut of the first game says.
Yeah.
Her sections are not great, to be honest.
So I've only played the director's cut. I was unaware that she was not a
playable
character.
No, she was. George was the only playable character in the first game.
In the first one, no, you don't get to play as Nico.
Yeah, Nico was a playable character for the first time.
Her sections are all of her stuff just like cutscenes then?
No. She was just an incidental character. She became the love interest. But the director's cut does give her a very good backstory. Which
the antagonist.
Yeah, exactly. In this game, she has sections that are fairly uninspiring. There's one good section in London, and then the rest is kind of bleh. But the story's quite good. It's a lot more focused. It's not as in-depth, but everything's superficial in a way. But no, it's just an overall good experience. It's a solid, no real complaints about this point-and-click adventure.
Cool.
Exquisite.
I should say, actually, you can get the two Broken Sword games on mobile as well.
Yes.
If you want to check it out.
You can get them on basically every platform, to be honest.
I'm going to go in the polar opposite for a pure out, all out, ball to the wall action game that is just nothing but fucking fun on the Mega Drive.
Girls. Yes, 3 girls.
Unfortunately, no girls. But, fuck it. On the Mega Drive, to Genesis if you're an American. And
stop being American.
Yeah, please stop that.
Also, why would you do that?
It is the Gunstar Heroes. Gunstar Heroes. Basically, there's a team of heroes.
Okay, are they Gunstars?
They have a lot of guns.
And are they stars?
Oh, they're definitely stars. And basically just run and gun through these levels.
So I'm guessing Gunstar is a pun on gangster.
Pretty much not.
You were wrong.
I am wrong.
It's one of those games whereby all it is press in the direction you're meant to go and hold down fire. And occasionally press jump.
That sounds like a great game.
You have to kill everything. It's brilliant. The artwork is fantastic. It's blisteringly great.
Yeah.
Gunstar Heroes. It's one of those unsung gems of the Mega Drive era. Everybody who actually owned the Mega Drive and really got into gaming kind of knows it. But it was not sung from the rafters.
Yeah.
Mainly because, and I choose to believe this is true,
Yeah.
that we wanted to keep it to ourselves.
Well, you fucked that up with this recording.
I fucked that one up now with this one. But it's fucking brilliant. Get into it. All the Gunstars have different, like there's red, there's blue. Then you have to fight against green, all the other colours.
So Power Rangers.
Essentially Power Rangers. But awesome.
Implying.
Power Rangers weren't.
So there's an entire section where you're on a minecart gunning the shit out of everything. But it works so well.
Yeah.
Gunstar Heroes. If you've got a Mega Drive, if you've got the option to emulate a Mega Drive, you have no excuse not to get this one. Do it. And I will see you in a couple of months when you're finished gunning the shit out of it, and you will thank me.
So it takes a couple of months. Nice.
It will when you're through with all of it.
Excellent.
Cool.
Adam, you're 47.
My 47? 46, yeah. I thought so.
Sorry.
Yeah, 46.
We're going on to the PS2 version of this game. Very popular now that EA are going to leave it alone. It's the PS2 version of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I would argue it's the best Star Wars Battlefront 2.
That is a bit of a hot take in itself.
Hot fucking take.
No, it's general common sense. A Steam Award was fucking said best Battlefront 2 for Battlefront 2. It's a great game. Just, multiplayer. Everyone's played it. And if you haven't played it, stop listening. You're not welcome. Yeah. It is just phenomenal. The tank battles, the fucking separatists versus the Empire. Yeah. Not the Empire, the Republic. And then the rebels versus the Empire. Yeah. It's a phenomenal game. Just with unlockable heroes playable for the first time in the series. Just brilliant. The space battles were also really fun.
Yeah.
I can't get away without mentioning the space battles because taking down a fucking entire fighter just by destroying their life support, then leaving them to take out the rest of the ships until you have victory. I always did that just because I choose to believe that I was murdering the fuckers inside. Yeah. But I was a separatist, so I was droids. So like, if they took out my life support, it's like, who cares? We're droids.
I can't breathe oxygen. Oh no.
Oh no. Woe is me. Now our ship is less flammable. Fucking, why do we even have life support?
It's one of those stupid humans wants to get in.
But then that lets them blow up our ship from the inside.
You said just haven't thought this through, lads.
It was a great game. Just the class system as well. I always played as the bare bones fucking soldier. Just because assault rifle fucking 100 to 1 fucking kill to death rate. Once you get into the game, you start doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, just one thing I remember is Cloud City Bespin. Me and my brother, he was the fucking droids, which have the clear advantage every time just because of the fucking droidicas and the super battle droids. There was me fucking held up on the fucking walkway. 100 kills. I still fucking lose because he takes care of all the fucking camping. It was so amazing because I was just like, you know when you get so into the zone?
Yeah.
That you're just running back and fucking getting to the ammo droid, getting just enough health to survive the next wave of enemies that are coming, and then fucking making your way back. As I say, 100 fucking kills, and this is not with fucking incidental kills where there's like fucking Tusken Raiders or fucking sand people walking around. Yeah, anyway, it was a phenomenal game. Love it. Okay. And if you haven't played it, don't talk to me.
Okay. My number 46 then. I think there's going to be a bit of a hot take in of itself just being on the list, considering that it doesn't end well at all. It's Mass Effect 3. So,
I actually quite like Mass Effect.
I liked Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier on. Mass Effect 3 is on the list for everything apart from the ending.
For everything but what matters.
Because the game starts off really, really well, really bombastic.
It plays really well.
Shit's going down almost instantly from the start, from the go off. Reapers are invading the Earth. Earth's getting decimated. The human race is getting decimated. The whole section
your
of you
mom's getting decimated.
Especially your mom's getting decimated. And it's just the fact that like things are just kicking off so fast and everything's happening so fast. You know, all the story and the world building they built up in the first game is now coming back.
Yeah, but can you shag someone with a genetic defect that will kill you?
I don't remember going for that option myself, so I don't know.
Less than the second one.
but like I said, there's actually just really good set pieces in this, you know, because obviously it's now more action oriented. They need to get shit done, wrapped up. The story's kicking in. So there's a great mission where you're on one of the Turian moons and the Reaper ships are flying overhead as you're shooting actual Reapers. So yeah, just great sequences. Of course, you can't not talk about the ending. It's just so terribly bad.
Red, green, or blue?
But I think in a way, at least with Mass Effect 3 in particular,
none of it matters.
Yeah.
No, because the DLC actually gives you an ending.
Yeah.
I will say this: they fucking listened to the fans. Who were like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, they did, and I don't blame them in a way because I think Mass Effect 3 in particular will serve.
You kind of do have to blame them.
I know.
They bluffed for so long, pretending they had talent, and then it turned out they didn't.
Well, no. Here's the thing, right? It's going to be a cautionary tale for a lot of people who are going to make games like Mass Effect, where there's a lot of the RPG elements and choice. There is such thing as giving the players too much choice and too much of like you can do all these different things and play all these different ways and have all these different shepherds.
Yeah, like what's that game called that we were just New Vegas did that.
Yes, but you see the story doesn't rein itself in as New Vegas. It's the way it's designed is open ended, you know. But when you're trying to do a story as well, you can't have both of them happening. Or eventually one overrides the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to tell a story,
it's difficult to do well.
You have to rein in the choice at some stage.
As I say, I can't begrudge them it.
No, I mean
their first game I think is still the best.
The first game was great because it set everything up. When they started I will have Mass Effect 2 later on this list because I really love that game, because it started kicking in its overarching story. But the problem with 3 is that the 2 was so good in like setting up all these other dynamics that's happening. With 3 you had to rein that shit in, and without going like, you know, Guns of the Patriot style, they're just having these long ass cutscenes where everything's wrapped up.
Yeah, they gave you red, blue or green.
You know, yeah. And to be fair, they could have just said, no, this is how it ends, that's it.
Yeah.
The choices you made are meaningless, which was going to be the case.
Would be a fine answer.
Anyway.
That would be a fine answer.
It was always going to be the case anyway. But you didn't have to leave it to such binary choices, and that's what happened. But again, it'll be a cautionary tale of how not to wrap up a series like that, like a trilogy or a quadrilogy.
Look, I say it's forgivable, but not, not optimal.
No. Yeah. So, Neil, you're next up. 45.
Yes. My 45 is the most recent, I think, in this block, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
The most recent game Neil's heard of.
Mm-hmm.
All them kids.
Hey. Fuck you.
Tiddlywinks.
It's a game that's, for some reason, has come back into the kind of online consciousness right now because of all the numerations and because of the DLC. It's BioShock Infinite.
Okay. Tell us about BioShock Infinite, Neil.
Quite liked it. I did like the first two before anybody starts fucking harping at me. I find that BioShock Infinite humanized it more. There's still an awful lot wrong with the...
Are we including the DLCs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am, because you can't play them independent of the game.
No, but you can play the game independent of them. And okay. I would argue that they actually take away a little from the original Infinite.
You could actually, yeah. I guess, but that is your argument to make.
Yeah.
But for the time being, I will only argue the vanilla game.
Fair enough.
If you want to use that term.
No, go ahead.
I quite liked it. I liked the humanization between it. BioShock very swift. I think they swiftly realised that the less characters, the more characterization they could put in without detracting from the game.
Yeah.
There's far too much violence in it.
I will say that even the side character, the incidental ones that get like 1 minute screen time, are very well fleshed out. Just by virtue of not being written to death.
But what's done to death is the extreme amount. I'm not one to... It's hilarious. I'm trying to phrase it. I don't want to criticize violence in a game because it's a shooting game.
Yeah.
And that's what I expect. But there's so much of it. Like you're literally gunning down
the game,
most of a battalion.
Yeah,
and then
I'll say the game itself kind of judges you on that as well.
But you've no choice but to gun down everything.
Yeah, but you're okay. We'll say this. Elizabeth, she literally goes, "Oh shit, I'm with a fucking psychotic serial killer who doesn't care about killing people." And then once you talk her into it, it's like, "Yeah, okay, let me find you some ammo from a different universe." It's like you have your cake, you have your moment where it's like, "Oh my god, what is this? To suffer? Why are we here?" And then it's like, "Okay, you know what? Fine, let's just go to another universe and gun down as well."
Yeah. I'm with Neil on this one because I played Bioshock Infinite. Now, granted, maybe if I played the first Bioshocks, it would have been a bit more contextualized. But I found that with the
let's not give them too much credit here.
No, what I was going to say was that I'm with Neil on the fact that there seemed to be way too much violence for what they were trying to do. In that the approach they were saying was like, look at all this beautiful, pristine kind of like area, and it's so atmospheric because. In a way, like it's so open-ended and so like.
But it's not open-ended whatsoever.
It's
incredibly linear.
No, open-ended was the wrong word to use. I was talking about the.
That's it. They
made expansive.
I understand what you're saying.
They made a linear game feel really fucking open.
Yeah, yes, no, and that. By the way, that to them, I would actually credit them rather than demerit them for that. In that they have this very, very tight linear A to B to C, and there's no fucking
and a really fun mechanic with the skyhook.
Exactly, the skyhook is a brilliant thing.
Yes,
flying around, you can do some really brutal executions with it.
Yeah,
trapping a guy's fucking head and then snapping his neck in a really obtuse angle.
Getting down with the shotgun, blasting everyone off the platform, then landing over.
Yeah, even the Lincoln robots are hilarious to kill. You know, they remind me of the floating robots from Fallout.
Yeah,
pin my nipples to my chest when you kill them. The Mr. Gutties. Yes, they remind me so much of them, in that they would just spout this fucking nationalist nonsense while fucking toting a minigun, and then you have to gun them down with this electrical fucking spark item. But in any case. Yeah, the fighting mechanics are really well done. It's just that it interferes.
So much of it.
It interferes with the heavy story mechanics. It's like we've got all the story, and
here's the thing, though.
We're fitting in all the fighting.
The fighting mechanics are tight. I know that they don't gel well with the story, but they are very good.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like
if they gelled a bit better, you're saying it would be perfect.
Oh, it would be absolutely brilliant. It would be
but I don't see how they could do it. Because their whole thing is anti-war, it's anti-choice.
They just rein it in then.
Yeah.
You know? Or you give the player the option to go, I don't want to fight all these, I don't want to kill these 25 people, I'm just going to sneak by them. There's no stealth.
If you want to get over that point across, you can't just have your cake and eat it.
That's it though. If there was a stealth mechanic, then it wouldn't be as fun a game. The game gives you these guns to play with. It gives you these...
go around it.
But you can resist that.
It gives you the powers to play with, and you need to. You don't need to resist it, because that's taking away from what the core mechanic of the game is.
But you look at a game like Deus Ex,
the core mechanic of this game is that it's a shooter.
But if you've got a core mechanic and it's
at odds with the story.
It's at odds with the story. That's it. You've intrinsically designed a flaw into your game.
Yeah.
And you don't get credit for that.
I know I'm playing devil's advocate here, but I think it works.
If you're talking about the conflict, absolutely. But
the whole thing
you
about
should give
Booker
the player
being
an option to not do that.
He is a military man, and he's just doing it in spite of the fact that
I understand that, but there's this whole kind of... They kind of hinted a redemption arc, and it's like, well, you're massacring people. There's no chance at a redemption arc.
That was my problem. That's what we get.
But you see, these people are like the upper crust who are looking down on the Irish. Yeah. So, so it's only natural that you blow their heads off.
But you get it.
And you just cram that apple into that guy's face, and you tell him to go fuck himself.
Stay in school.
I understand. I understand totally that where you're coming from, but it was a real massive bad contrast.
Here's the thing, this is on your list and I'm the one defending it.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Well, you're probably defending it as not higher up.
Yes.
But in terms of the Bioshocks, it gets an awful lot of credit because the story goes really brilliantly. It's really fucking good.
So this is a game that makes it for the story rather than the really tight gunplay.
No, the gunplay works, but it's not higher up. It's not higher up because the incredible story and the really tight gunplay don't work well together.
Yeah.
It's like it does two things really well.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
It does two things really, really well, but the one thing it doesn't do well is the one thing it really should do, which is gelling those two together.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they were kind of shoehorned in with that, in that it's a Bioshock game.
But it's a personal conflict you're trying to get across. So if you want a personal conflict, you should surely have to give the player an option to not.
But they prior with that, the previous Bioshocks kind of had it with the Eve and the harvesting of the girl.
That's right.
Girls.
Yeah. You don't have,
if you
have to do that.
If you harvested one,
yeah,
and let the rest go, you got the evil ending.
Regardless.
Yeah. But if you harvested none of them, you got the super good ending.
Yeah.
But the super good ending is you're looking after a bunch of brats.
Yeah, it was just black and white, and there was nothing in between.
As opposed to this, which had one ending.
Yes. But it ran totally at odds with the black and white of how the game played.
Yeah. And you can't be just like a peace-loving person and then mauling down 10 people.
He was never marketed as a peace-loving person.
No.
He was actually the one that justified it. I'll do the killing. You're the innocent.
But then in the end,
she is the free.
But
bird,
in the end, he
constantly
goes at her. It's like, oh no, I'm a very good person. It's like, no, you're not. You're
but he's clearly not. And that's part of the story.
There's no option.
They do address that in the story. I will argue they try to address that in the story.
Well, in a way,
I know they don't do it well because they couldn't.
I was about to try and they don't do it very well.
Yeah,
but they did try. And
to take Adam's point, though, the actual conflict you're feeling now is that not what they're trying to get across? Is because you have been killing.
I wouldn't
people,
give them that.
You're trying
to
be better.
I wouldn't.
That's it's working on a level too much, isn't it?
You're giving them
again. I'm playing a bit of devil's advocate here. Be happy with that?
Yeah, I am. It's very good gunplay, very good story. Not married to Belle.
There's a very good debate, actually. I'd love to hear what our people in the comments say.
Yeah, get the comments up.
We keep trying to get these comments
That's
going.
what they're there for.
That's what they're there for. It's Colorado algorithms, lads. My number 45.
That's it. Your turn?
It's an add-up?
It is, yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
You're 45?
Yeah.
Am I 45?
Yeah. Sorry.
Wait, I can't remember what we're doing. That argument was so long.
Yeah, no. That's why I jumped the gun. It's your 45.
I think I've got a bit of a cut and dry one. Everyone's going to love this. PS2 game, movie tie-in. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Nice.
Phenomenal game. Plays through the Fellowship of the Ring up to a point. Then gets into The Two Towers. You play as Aragorn, Legolas, or Gimli. Only characters. The Return of the King was good in that it gave you a Hobbit campaign, it gave you a Gandalf campaign, and then the trio campaign. I argue this one is the better game just because of the missions you go through. Like, nobody can argue that boss fight against the cave troll in Moria is not a phenomenal fucking scene. And it gets the death moan from the movie and puts it in perfectly with it. Love that game so much. Swordplay is amazing. Fucking bowplay is amazing. Like, Gimli has these little throwing axes that have less range but more power than the bows. Legolas is pure archer with the fucking elven swords which do less damage, and then Aragorn being the well-rounded fighter. Combo play, phenomenal game. Uruk-hai are just so satisfying to fight against.
Yeah.
Get on it, people.
Best tie-in game?
I would argue yes. But the highest tie-in game on my list, and the only one I think that's going to make it this far.
No.
Any arguments?
Nope.
Nobody wants to chip in?
None whatsoever.
Okay, sorry about the last.
No.
No, that was good.
That was not a negative out of spite. That was a negative out of confirmation.
Yes.
Okay.
So, now my 45. Sorry for jumping the gun.
Yeah, you better watch yourself. Know your place, bitch.
Better check yourself.
I am the editor. I can do terrible things.
I am a homosexual.
I want to make love to the children.
We just made that so easy for him.
Yeah. No, because I still have to create the pauses. It actually made me harder for me, you cunts. Anyway. So, my number 45 is a...
You actually need to put those fucking sounds in somewhere now as well.
My real-time strategy game, I think my only one on this list, actually, it's Civilization 5.
Okay,
yes.
the true first game we played.
The true first game. The lost tape of...
the lost Let's Play.
Madness, yes.
Civ 5.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's just a fucking solid...
I don't know.
So
it's a bit of carrot and stick for me.
Yeah, I just need to add elbow Adam on the side of the head here and we can talk about it.
Do you want to do that now then? Or? Okay.
I'll wait.
I liked it. I like the purely, you could just say, because what I love to do on Civ 5, and it's purely not following the kind of scenario mode or anything like that, I literally just get like 20 people on a random, 20 nations on a random map, pick one, and then just go for all world domination. Go throughout the ages, and it's just, that's just fun. That's fucking fun, because eventually, I think I said this in the lost tapes that you'll never see, but there's situations, because the only way to win is domination, you have to destroy everything else. you'll have like situations like Gandhi will just walk up to you and just go, "Would you like to declare our friendship to the rest of the world?" And I say, "No, actually, thanks, Tina. I'd rather do things by myself." And he goes, "You swine! I knew you were with the enemy. I'm denouncing you." I was like, "Cool, mate, Jesus."
That's fine. Just don't become my friend.
Haven't they like worked in the Gandhi glitch?
Yes.
No, the Gandhi is now a feature.
Glitch. It's now a feature, yeah.
Mecha Gandhi, I think it's called.
No, the new
Cappy.
the new Cappy Gandhi.
Sorry, yeah. But the other thing I like about Civ 5 is there's an arsenal of mods.
Yeah.
And
I don't
horrendously broken.
I wouldn't go for them.
I don't go in for mods.
My brother plays them all the time. He's Game of Thrones modding it at the minute.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It works for that game though, to be fair, for that type of game. But no, like, the actual mechanics are so fucking good. And it's a hard game as well if you do ramp up the fucking difficulty, because there's a lot of shit going on. And like I said, you could be trying to get more land or some other shit like that, and you just have so much stuff to manage and balance, and it's just a solid strategy game. And I don't know, I'm not a Civilization nut myself, but in terms of like this
high
game,
on the list considering.
I am a Civilization nut, and that's a brilliant fucking game.
But I don't know if it's like the best Civ game.
No,
I've heard 3 is very good as well.
6 is brilliant.
6 is okay. Well, I might try 6.
6 is incredible.
But no, Civ 5 is good. Really satisfied with it.
Right. My number 44 is a game that really, really is crying out for a fucking remake, and it needs to be remade like immediately, like yesterday. And it is a PS1 game, and it's Bushido Blade.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
One of the most tense and exciting and brilliant fighting games I've ever played in my entire life. One of the most unique fighting games I've ever played in my entire life. I've never played anything like it since.
Yeah.
I'd never played anything like it before I played it, and I've never played anything like it since.
Gives the overview.
Essentially, the story is behind a shadowy network of assassins. One of them's escaped, and you're that escapee, depending on which character you pick, and everybody else is sent to kill you. Before the fight, you all get to pick your weapons. And there's a weird... It's mad. The bouts start off with a bowing series, right? Where you sit down, you put your weapon down and you bow. And it takes about 5 seconds. But you can move and hit in that period. And if you do it, the game will prematurely end midway through because you're violating the rules,
Bushido.
the Bushido rules, and it will chew you out for it. And it will just simply put on as like, you will not progress because you do not obey the laws of Bushido.
That's fair.
And it will just flag you off about it.
I'd say that's fair.
You have to wait until the bell works. And it's a one-hit kill. You get anywhere on anybody's upper body with a fucking gigantic sword, much like in real life, they're going down and they're not getting back up.
It's pretty accurate game.
Yeah, you
Sword
can
play.
cripple people's legs and they're crawling around. You can cripple people's arms and they're fighting with one hand. It's just exceptional.
As you do in real life.
As you do, yeah.
As you do in real life. The training section was brilliant, where you're fighting with wooden weapons and it's just basically a score tally.
Yeah.
That it's like, you know, you're just knocking up like lethal hits on people, and it's just exceptional.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the first fighting games where you could fight from a first-person perspective. There was an FPS option on it.
Nice.
And it was fucking brilliant.
Okay.
The first-person perspective section of it sucked ass.
Yeah. I can imagine like a remake of that would be so tense in first person because you are just facing that man.
Like
and
in all fairness, like we're getting into the esports era now. This kind of
game.
hyper tense kind of
it'd be a good TV sport.
You basically just got two people with like katanas there going, and they're trying to kill each other, you know, trying to pop each other in the fucking head. And no,
like a
it's
proper
just
kendo tournament.
yeah,
would be nice.
and the storyline. If you're in any which way, shape, or form a fan of Kurosawa movies, you'll love the storyline to it, the way it's sparsely told.
Yeah,
no, I don't like Spanish film.
Please don't spam our comments. He's joking.
He's not that racist.
He's not that stupid.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
Bushido Blade, get into it. It's fucking brilliant. And if they've got that PS1 classic re-released, I really hope that's on it. I don't think it is.
Not. There's something very similar to it all, but not Bushido Blade.
Yeah. Because they don't want quality. But yeah, get into that. Bushido Blade, excellent. And also, we particularly enjoy it because one of the characters is actually Irish.
Okay, that's
potato.
No, the main antagonist, Black Lotus, is actually from Dublin in Ireland. The character is actually Irish.
Fatal deviation there.
Fatal deviation.
What the fuck is this? It's your 44 actually, Alan, as I believe.
Go for it. Beat up on my Menday.
Don't actually judge me on this one. It was a good game. This fact that it's spawned a series that's been shit and repetitive afterwards. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, the first one. Soap McTavish, not said, and the fucking nuke scene. That is not a spoiler now.
Yeah, to be fair, the nuke scene.
Powerful stuff. Tried to replicate in sequels that just
So the
lost
one when you're
all
dying
the
of
fucking
radiation
power.
poisoning.
Yeah, and you're crawling around trying to fucking get there. And then they try to like shock value you with death scenes again. It's like, I don't care about these guys. They're not the fucking nuke scene. Oh, it's fantastic. I think it's was it this one or the sequel that had no Russian?
I think it was in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I think,
Modern Warfare 2 at the no Russian scene.
Yeah.
That
that was
I
them
liked
trying
that.
to do the.
Although that was really well done.
That was
I quite liked the Russian. I liked it. People just took it at face value. And then it's like, the exploitative. I was like, no.
This
Look
game.
at how it sets it up. Tom Clancy had write shit like this.
Yeah.
This game was phenomenal, even just for the characters. I mean, Soap McTavish was a fucking badass, and then you see him in a sequel, and it's like, that was who I was playing as. And Captain Price, who was just a star throughout. And yeah, it's a fantastic game. Sniper fucking scenes, phenomenal. Doing the wind resistance, checking the flag, and getting that nut shot. Always a nut shot.
It's always a nuts with you.
Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to stop Hitler from breeding in the future?
Good point, actually, yeah.
Have you ever seen him play Sniper Elite?
Have you ever seen me play Silent Scope?
Not Chacalaw.
Yeah, I love how that's an actual thing in that game.
There's a reason why they call him the Nutcracker. Anyway,
No, that's a different reason.
oh, is it? I really shouldn't have said that with that, should I?
Yeah.
Anyway, my number...
I should shut up.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 44 is something that's been mentioned on the list already. It's Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of the Patriots.
Woo!
So, yeah, just again, I'm just kind of
Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty.
Yes, it is. I have it written down on my thing.
Yeah, but I mentioned it that way before.
Yeah, that's weird, actually.
I am the only person who mentioned it as Sons of Liberty correctly.
And I love this game. Why? The fucking Guns of the Patriots have mind virus that
Yeah,
game.
it's weird. It's Lally de Lelo.
It's fucking shit.
Are you talking about the is it the Subsistence version or is that 3?
I didn't play Substance, but I think I'll just probably.
This is the one that has like the Tony Hawk's skating.
Yeah,
option in it.
and Snake Tails as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for them really myself. I'm just kind of basing this off the actual
The base game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just kind of mirroring what's been said already. Really, it's just it plays very. What I'd say is very deliberately like the first game.
Yeah.
You know, like they could have. I think to me they could have very much.
Yeah, they explicitly
I know,
say,
that's what I mean.
Dead Cell are the closest collection of freaks we have to Foxhound.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But it's all design wise. It all makes sense in the story. Like they tailored the gameplay to
It's
make
almost
sense.
as if it's a video game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I liked about it. And again, just the last section where like shit is getting some degree of real or unreal, as the case may be.
It's the opposite way.
Yeah, the AI kernel. Holy shit!
At some point, Rose is real, and what point is she not?
Yeah.
It's a huge debate still going on.
Yeah, and the ending to it is just so vague, you know, but in a good way.
It's vague, but because he never intended to make 3,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and never intended to make 4,
Yeah.
and
And it's
never intended
hilarious
to make
that
Peace
three,
Walker.
3 is widely considered to be one of the best of the series.
That's because he wasn't shackled. He was like, yeah, let's have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. And he just decided to go for a completely different story too. But at least with 2, like, it is very deliberately like 1, because again, I think he was probably told by Konami to make something like 1 anyway. So he said, okay, fuck you, we'll do it that way.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll say exactly what you want me to do, boss. And yeah, it actually worked out so well, that even the story wise. It's always the same thing with Kojima. He writes on the fly, and then when it comes time to wrap this shit in, you get something like 4. But like I said, 2 is good on its own merit. Partly because, and actually I think it's aged well, because people were mad at the time because Raiden was the main character. But because of the, I don't even say it's a kind of social commentary, but it's kind of like nailed on a few things about digital information and that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, and this is prior to
Prior to like my meme
social
culture,
media thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's nailed down what a lot of things have come to pass, and it's kind of scary thinking
Yeah, but
about it now.
I'm not going to give Kojima credit for that.
It was
He reads a lot of sci-fi.
He does read a lot of sci-fi, but like I said, but even then, those kind of tropes, those ideas, have come to pass. You
Now,
know?
when I say reads a lot of sci-fi, he lifts wholesale from other stories.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. He does read literally a lot of sci-fi. Yes. But yeah, no, it's a cracking game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. What else can I say about it?
Nothing really. I'm happy to let this into evidence.
Good stuff. 43.
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
43, another wee game from me, another Project Raindrop game. Unbelievable, brilliant JRPG that was remade for the Wii and that people just need to play. I won't say a whole lot on because I don't want to ruin it, and it is The Last Story. Just a...
And you've never played anything since?
Never played anything. It just starts off as your typical rescue the damsel in distress game, and then just morphs into something fucking unbelievably crazy and off the wall, but brilliant, deep, and really properly meaningful. I'm not even going to remotely touch the game because I truly do want people to fucking play this and get into it. And if you've still got a Wii, or if you've got the ability to emulate a Wii game, The Last Story and Pandora's Tower, you really, really do need to.
How does it play?
It basically plays kind of like Dark Souls, in that you run around fucking slashing the bitch out of things.
Okay. Is this one of those games? There's something vaguely in my mind where you're like picking up robots of the last world.
I think maybe you might be getting mixed up with Nier Automata.
No, definitely not. It's like you're chasing after like who seems to be the last human girl, and you were raised by robots, and you have like a robot toaster thing that talks to you. No, I might be thinking of something completely different.
That might be it, yeah. But I guess.
Thanks for making me find an impossible splice, by the way.
I'll send you the fucking game I'm thinking of. Yeah. I'll know once we check it out.
Stepped on the dog.
That's how small she is.
Yeah, she is quite small. But yes, definitely get it. The Last Story. Get into it, please.
Okay.
43.
I'm happy to give that one.
Yeah.
My 43 might be a shock to Neil, and it might not. So I'm hesitant to share this story. But when I was a teenager, I broke my wrist in the men's locker room. It was a bunch of lads roughhousing someone, quite a large fella, fell on me, and when I was trying to push him off me, snapped my fucking wrist. dug the radius into the ulna and chipped it out.
Good excuse.
Yeah, so my arm in a cast for ages. I couldn't play the games I usually play. So I went to get this game, which was on the PS2, and I thought it would be pretty easy. And it turns out it was to play one-handed. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Not the kind of game I was ever taken seriously, and I played through it. I actually got really good at it one-handed, which is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fun. I love getting to the ship, and rescuing the captain is such a fun little Easter egg. If you break all the windows in the greenhouse, the captain goes, you hear like a fight, and then, psh! To the anonymous skateboarder who smashed all the windows, you set me free from the prison. That fake captain will no longer bother us. Just really fun comedic announcements, and the soundtrack is...
Yeah, the soundtrack to all Tony Hawk.
I believe the game has like an absurd amount of story for what it is. Like, there's a lot
weird
going on.
Yeah, Suburbia is great.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Like,
and all of the secret characters in it. Just...
Like, see, out of a game you think is just like purely just a skateboarding nonsense, the actual fact that there's a plot going around it is actually kind of impressive.
The fact that the game, there's a huge fucking, like, the series itself is great.
Yeah.
Up to the last one, which wasn't this game. But yeah, play it. It's fun. And if you break your arm, it's the game you should go to.
It's clearly its fault.
That's Adam's stamp of approval. Adam's broken arm stamp of approval.
Tony Hawk 3, the game you can play one-handed excellently.
Yes, indeed. Right, it's my number 43 as I keep an eye on my dog who's going to try and jump from a recliner. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that for you. Don't do it.
She's trying to get me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You've been here before. You know what's going to happen. Don't do it. Perhaps one of the more hyped up games that's ever been out there. Not necessarily a bad game, but definitely a game that's so ubiquitous that it probably just gets a lot of hate just by existing. It's Grand Theft Auto 5. So
I haven't played it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's bloated. It's the lot. There's a real
stop.
Yeah,
defending it. It's bloated. Yeah. It's shit.
If this first thing you have to say about it is that it's shit.
No, it's not. It's not bloated in the sense that there is.
Tell us why you like it.
There's so much stuff in it. It's a real. It's the same way with the kind of likes of Grand Theft Auto 4. It's a real jack of all trades gameplay, where you have all these kind of like they're programmed in like just mini games galore.
Okay,
but
it's a typical Rockstar game.
It's a Rockstar game,
filled up with shit.
Yeah,
but that's a really unpopular take, so I don't want to say it. I don't want to put our names to it.
No,
but I don't enjoy the modern Grand Theft Autos.
I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, it doesn't. The fun aspect of it is very much gone.
I think we mentioned this before, and that Saints Row is taking the fun aspect of it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's taking the mick that they're now too serious with themselves.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, I still enjoyed the game for the most part. Primarily because there is just so much like stuff going on. I did like how, because there's 3 stories going on, you played them very, very differently. Like, because Michael, I consider him, maybe it's just down to the point of view, but
Tommy Vercetti protagonist.
Pretty much, yeah. But very much like jaded in middle age, and I kind of like how his story went over time because he kind of gets his mojo back in a way because he was just a thug for so long, and it's a weird catharticness to it because he has been such a dick for so long. Has made his fortune, backstabbed an arseload of people, and primarily because it's a Grand Theft Auto universe and all of this is above board, he just goes, yeah, let's go back to killing people. I got my move back, honey, I'm home. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about his story is that he finally comes to the realization that he is a massive dick. There's no change in that. He's always going to be a dick. His wife is a dick. His son is a dick. His daughter is a dick. They're all dicks. Let's all be dicks together. And they all bond because they're all arseholes. It's such...
No, you can't be mixing your metaphors here, Jonathan. There are 3 kinds of people.
And with Franklin has the kind of like rags to riches story that San Andreas had, so you kind of know what to expect with that. It's just done again.
Yeah, and then Trevor is the audience analog.
Trevor's the anarchy, yeah. And it's like, I didn't like Trevor because it's just like, I'm just playing.
I'm just playing as myself.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing else to it, you know?
I mean, like, if I wanted to get out of a trailer park in the morning and shag a cactus, I'd do it myself.
So like I said, in that way the story is quite diverse then because they're all coming from 3 different perspectives and 3 different worlds in a way, and they're all colliding in certain ways, and the missions that they do collide is actually quite good. Just again, very much like kind of like how Uncharted does very cinematic areas or set pieces. GTA have done the same thing. The online is
terrible. No, I was wondering if you're going to bring that up.
The online is very, very good because it has so much stuff in it. It's just the people that play it are just absolute dicks.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah. It's just like, I would probably enjoy it more if it wasn't just full of 12-year-old people calling each other the N words.
The online, I'd say, funded fucking Red Dead 2, so...
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And Red Dead Online is going to fund absolutely nothing because it's fucking garbage.
Nobody plays it, yeah.
And the fact that they do actually have at least one new game mode every 2 weeks online is fucking impressive.
It's a pretty competent racing game online if you want to
It is,
just do that.
it's really competent. That's what upset me more. The driving physics are just solid. Everything is a solid 7 out of 10. There's nothing exceptional about the game.
Solid 7 out of 10.
But it's a solid game. That's what I mean. Like, they've done everything
that's a passing
competently. Yeah, they've done everything competently, but not exceptionally. They haven't broken any boundaries with it. They haven't done anything massive.
They've just done everything. That's the exact same thing when you said, "Oh, it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto 4, and that's jack of all trades." And I was going to chime in, yet it's the master of none.
Yes,
that does nothing exceptional.
But like I said, it's a victim of its own hype then, because people will think this is the best game ever made, and they don't really know then.
The whole point of the games though is that they're period pieces. They're mocking your time.
Yes. And it is quite satirical in a way, because again, everyone in it they're not nice people. They're all dicks.
No, but it's the kind of same argument against Red Dead 2 when everybody was like, "Oh, this is the best game ever." I was like, "No, it's the best game ever if you've never played a good game."
If you've never played a game.
It's not. It's like people are like, "Oh, it's so well written." No, it's a well written game if you've never played a well written game.
Yeah. Okay. If you have no point of comparison, yes.
Yeah, but your horse's testicles shrink in the cold weather.
Yeah, but they can't order in proper fucking Irish voice actors.
No, that annoys me in every video game.
They've got a guy from Cork doing a dub accent, reminiscing about his home in Connemara. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
They'll only fucking Irish people will pick up on that, man.
Yeah,
they don't care.
There's quite a lot of us.
No, there's not. No, there's not. There's more of us in America than there are here.
Yeah, and everybody knows where the fuck Connemara is. I wouldn't even mind, but the guy who does Arthur Morgan's an Irish actor. Fuck it. Anyways.
Yeah, moving on.
Move on.
42 now.
My 42, proper styly, turn-based strategy, Firaxis games. It is Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was going to come up eventually.
Unbelievably, hands down, one of the best post-civilization games ever created.
Again, I can't talk in any of these. I don't play them.
Oh, man. I've got to get into Alpha Centauri. You can get Alpha Centauri. Now, I'm fucking hardcore into this. If you're going to play Alpha Centauri, I urge you, if you possibly can, get the Alien Crossfire expansion pack, which puts in 2 alien races and expands on a couple of the other human ones. But if you can't, the vanilla game will sort you out. It is brilliant. Why they've not... They tried to do it again with Beyond Earth. Yeah, she's going fucking mental. Tried to do it again with Beyond Earth, but got the mechanics wrong. Alpha Centauri, you go back and you play it. If you've played Beyond Earth and you've not played Alpha Centauri, you go play Alpha Centauri, you go, oh, this is what they were aiming for.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. The tech tree is excellent. All the races are perfectly balanced. All the units are absolutely brilliant. And it's just fantastic. And even the ecology of the planet. And there's even a good storyline running through the whole thing where the planet is sentient and is talking to you.
Yeah.
You want to chime in more than that? Maybe make it a conversation?
No,
I'm lost.
I haven't played Alpha Centauri as well, but I know that Neil is a big fan of Sid Meier's work.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know one thing about Sid Meier is that he makes things very, very well. But like everything is very well designed in a sense.
Okay, I know your take on that. You want to rebut him?
Well, I know from Civ 5,
he's doing well. But like the thing about Alpha Centauri is that it's so great.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just have to play it. You just need to play it, and Alpha Centauri is just fantastic. And if you want a good expansion past the civilizations, Alpha Centauri is your fucking main port of call, baby.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay, Adam, I believe your time for your number 42.
My 42. Let's get back into this once I find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, it's closed. I know what it was. Neil will hate me for this because we have had discussions about how much he hates this game in this series. And with that, he knows what I'm talking about. Borderlands 2 on the Xbox 360. Fun shooter. I always play as the Siren because boobs.
Not saying anything.
I love the fucking powers, the gameplay in it. My brother and I have played through it multiple times.
Yeah.
Just fun fucking stories.
It seems very colourful.
It was colourful. Back then, it was good. It had good writing before it got, political.
Really?
Yeah, I'd argue that. Well, it's gotten political recently.
Oh, well, yeah, I know.
I haven't played it since.
I know, but how does it...
How was it good?
Happen? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just comedy.
Yeah.
Well done comedy with actual character deaths that meant something.
Yeah.
If you played the first game, then like the main characters from that all come back at different points.
All right.
And some of them fucking don't make it through too.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, that's a pity.
It's really good, and it's just great fucking gunplay. Shoot 'em up.
Well, I remember the first Borderlands. I think the Borderlands 2 that had that kind of weird, kind of hyper realistic, kind of like.
No, it was all comic book.
Was it all, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, comic book. That's the word I was thinking of. Okay,
hyper realistic and
yeah, it wasn't hyper realistic.
Somewhat different.
I picked the wrong words. I meant
I also like one thing that I will say is its loot system is not very good. It devolves down into, are these numbers bigger than the current numbers I have?
Yeah.
And what ammo do I have?
That was one big criticism I heard about
when you
the
play
game.
multiplayer, in my case 2-player,
it
was always like, okay, I'm a shotgunner, I'm just going to fucking focus on shotgun. You're the sniper character, you focus on the sniper ammo here, don't need it, fine, I'll carry it. You end up full on sniper ammo. It's like, okay, I'm full on sniper ammo, you're full on shotgun ammo, let's swap for a while. Here, take my second best shotgun. And it kind of turns into a trading match like that, and it's fun like that. And then once you've built your power, so as I say, I was Siren, and I built the fucking telekinesis holding the enemy still power.
Yeah.
And that got really fucking fun for me, because I was able to lift the mid-tier boss characters and just hold them up, while my brother would just massacre all of their minions. And then it was like, if I put this damage buff onto this, fuck, just killed it. I've lifted it up, now I've shotgunned it, and extra damage from my lifting up. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. We just took out 3 legendary monsters.
Wasn't Borderlands 2, wasn't that the one with the character who could one-shot himself?
Yeah. That was, if you were stupid enough, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's randomized. He had this kind of super punch power that every once in 20 hits or something like that, he's a 1 in 20 chance of hitting himself.
Yeah.
And then there was another buff you could put onto it where it was a critical hit all the time. So he could theoretically run into a battle and then just one-shot himself.
Just thunk everything. Yeah, the Punch of Death returns in that. It's great. And you can get guns that have knives attached and they replace your punch with just like a slashing motion while you're shooting. It's fun, and I will fight to the death saying that it isn't.
Yeah.
I know Neil didn't like it, but Neil played it solo, and I'd say the game is not designed for that.
It's not designed. I will agree with that. It's not designed to play it solo.
And we've had our argument. I'm not willing to go back into that. I'm still recovering from the bruises.
He gets it. He's a very vigorous debater, aren't you?
Vigorous debater. This was back when the game was released, and I'm still not over it.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, my number 42. Staying on the topic of fun.
Life, the universe, and everything?
Yeah, fun over realism in all things. Saints Row 4.
Okay.
So, I'll just read out my first note here. You became the President of the United States, and during your reign, aliens invade and enslave you all and put you in a simulation of the game world from the third game. This is literally what happens in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll read you my third note. Dubstep gun.
Yeah, that's good.
So
note.
that's I think that really needs to
with the wub wub
yeah. There's 4 dubstep one you can get. You can get the normal dubstep gun, which is arguably more powerful. You get one that has a bit more pronounced refrain, which is just to give the aliens a chance. There's a third one I think you can get as DLC, and there's a fourth one that's just Christmas dubstep. And really, that's all. I don't need to explain anything further than that. The dubstep gun is deliberately OP, so you can keep using it. I can get away with that game without going all throughout the game, and I have done that.
Is dubstep still a thing?
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
Well, in certain circles.
In Neil circles.
In Neil circles, yeah. But
fuck you.
Yeah. But to be fair, like it's just a funny. It's just a.
I think if nothing else has become apparent in this, is that all of our tastes are so different we shouldn't be friends.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But as we were kind of, it came up in conversation with Grand Theft Auto 5. Like this is a just off the wall bonkers game, and in a way, like it kind of like you can't even compare it to anything else because to get all that off the wall zany, you just have to abandon everything, abandon even your standards, because for the most part, like what could you compare this to? Like what other game gets this ridiculous off this wall? Like just turn the madness up to 11. Like you can't. It's just it's taking the exact same game world as you remember from Saints Row 3, and all you're doing is giving yourself superpowers because now you're in a simulation and you control it and you can do what you want, and that's how you fight the aliens in this game.
You just have fun.
Yeah, you just have fun, and you get more creative with your kills, get more creative with your powers, more creative with your guns, and no, it's just good. Again, a very nice palate cleanser for when you're just kind of sick of those other sandbox games, you know. Because then you realise
that you have previously mentioned.
The ones that you get so sick of,
fucking sick of the hyper realization.
Yeah,
it's bollocks.
I just hate them so much.
I hate them so fucking much.
We're talking about the other sandbox games.
Everything up to this point is shit.
But no, Saints Row 4, just it's good fun.
Nice. I'm not even going to argue with that because I agree.
Old natured fun.
I agree. I can't even say anything on it because like, it's just
yeah.
It's one of your unwindy games.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very good unwinder. 41-0, last lap.
My last lap is a very ancient Sega Saturn game.
Oh, as described in the ancient texts.
Absolutely.
As
the manual.
As the Dead Sea Scrolls predicted.
One of the first kind of roving 3D games, 360 games, it's Panzer Dragoon.
Ooh.
Doesn't age well in terms of graphics. It's very jaggy.
Worth playing for an hour still?
Definitely worth playing. It's fucking crazy. The plot's revealed through normal cutscenes. All the characters, I think, they do have their own language, Panzerese, which I think is a mix of 3 different languages, none of which I can actually remember. I think one of them's English. But
Simlish.
Yeah.
Essentially, so it's basically just a war between humans and genetically engineered beings, and it's just a crazy ass game. It's really, really good.
Just fantastic.
Get into it. Panzer Dragoon on the Saturn.
Excellent.
Not going to say anything more about it because most people probably won't play it, but anybody who has played it will just say it's a fucking really good game.
So gameplay wise, is like what's kind of elements are we talking about? Like, is it
essentially it's kind of like Star Fox.
Right. Okay. So it's kind of like
that kind of like where you're right behind the spaceship.
Yeah.
But in this one, the dragons, and you're just kind of roving it around, fucking shooting things.
Yeah.
Killing things dead.
Yes.
Making it dead.
I like that.
Yeah. And it's really, really good. I'm just kind of looking it up there, trying to see if there's anybody
still playing it.
And trying to properly still if anybody actually did.
Saturn
apparently it spawned like 6 different versions of the first game.
Jesus.
Dog bark.
That's your own reflection, love.
Yes.
We're just gonna have to flash up that picture of her every time.
Leave it alone. She's not worth it.
Leave it alone, mate. Leave it alone.
No, she's not worth it, mate. She's not worth it.
It's alright. You won.
Yeah. Apparently it was released on the PS2.
Yeah.
But only in Japan.
Okay.
But yeah, Panzer Dragoon. Get into it. It's fantastic. If you're into Star Fox or any of those types of games, you'll love this one. I quite loved it, and I loved it.
Cool. Happy.
Yeah, good stuff, lads. Well done. 41, Adam.
41. Oh man, it's taking forever. My 41 is one of Telltale's first games, set in the Grickleverse, as created by Graham Annable. It is Puzzle Agent.
Brilliant.
Aww.
Brilliant. I'm fucking livid because it's off my list.
You are
completely forgot about it.
An FBI agent who specialises in the puzzle division.
Yes.
You are sent to the Canadian town Scoggins to get their eraser factory open again.
Sounds incredibly Canadian.
It's so Canadian.
So fucking good. The characters in it are insane. It is all Grickle all the time. And if you don't know Grickle, just pause this and we will link to his channel. And just go and watch, binge a couple of them. They're
all
fucking
Grickle all the time.
Weird. So weird, and the puzzles are actually really fucking good.
Yeah,
like some lateral thinking, some logic things, some just like change your point of view.
Even some word puzzles as well, actually thrown in.
And it's like there's a hidden object game where you find you get clues which are based on gum.
Yes,
you have to find like bits of chewed gum lying around everywhere to use, and it's really fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I highly recommend.
Yeah,
and the sequel's okay. The story in the first one is amazing.
Yeah.
And it blue balls you at the end, which is great. It really does. You get no fucking resolution.
Yeah.
Then the sequel, it kind of gives you a resolution, which I don't like.
I didn't know there was a sequel. I thought it was a standalone
Puzzle
game.
Agent 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't realize it was actually based off something. I always remembered it as Telltale's like one unique game.
No, it's the Grickleverse.
Yeah, damn it. Do you have anything original?
Skeleton Principle. Start with that one. It's just amazing. The one with the janitor. Sorry. I'm getting off topic. It's great.
Yeah. I completely endorse Puzzle Agent. We played it some ourselves actually. And
nobody is fighting me.
Yeah, I'm devastated. I've actually forgot that game. So I think everyone always has that one game they forgot, but not intentionally.
Yeah, but the whole point is that we're catching each other.
Exactly. Okay, so to finish off this video then, my number 41 is a PS4 game, but is very much based off games from the Sega Mega Drive and various other Sega consoles. It's Sonic Mania.
Ah, okay. Woo! I like it.
Sonic Mania, it is, holy shit, this is just like fucking so...
It's a proper remake.
It's a proper remake.
Fucking really well done.
I'll tell you why I love Sonic Mania.
It's not even a remake, is it? It's a
redo. It's a
reimagining.
It's not even reinterpretation. It's a new Sonic game, but done in the style of Proper.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, well, kind of. It's the whole entire team of Sonic Mania are all fans.
Yes.
There's no one attached to Sega in this.
It's all, you fans think you can do better, so you do it, and they fucking did.
They did, yeah. Because these are all people who have made ROM-hack games in the past, and they're all put together and they go, let's just do Green Hill Zone, let's all do Chemical Zone, and they all recreated it perfectly. But it's almost the same thing. It's not 100% replicated from, like, say,
Sonic.
because
then you could just play fucking Sonic.
Exactly. But they're it's taking the elements of them and just putting them all together in what would seem fit for that area. And again, it's just so bright, it's so colourful, it's so fast, and the music is brilliant. It's like, again, another one of those
fucking awesome.
I found
that where Michael Jackson was involved in some way.
I find that I always gravitate to a very good soundtrack, or a soundtrack I'm not expecting to be that good. Now, I've always known the Sonic music was very good, but this in the remake is just top notch, absolutely top notch, because it's the sort of thing where you are hoping it's going to be this good, and it matches, and it all makes sense.
I mean, it couldn't have failed the way it was developed.
No. And the bosses are very good too. Because I haven't played the original Sonic game, so I don't know how accurate it is to the original.
Okay, I'm a bit angry now.
They all check out.
That's hashtag trigger.
I'm channeling your anger.
That's hashtag trigger.
Yeah. But at least for me, like, I do want to play the Sonic games now based off Mania.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. I'll get them for you.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, I can't say anything bad about this. I checked it out and I wasn't disappointed. I was so fucking happy.
Excellent.
Cool. So that's it then.
That has been us. We are dying now, so we'll take a break. I think before the next one.
I think so. That's a fair shout. I can try and get this dog off.
If the puppy is trained not to go for the testicles later, that'd be great.
Yeah, sling her out the window.
It's actually a good idea at this stage.
Yeah.
So that is another one of our videos done. Again, it's going to get into the sharp end very, very soon. But by all means, leave your opinions. I'm sure you have plenty of them from this part, because we've had a few.
And the fact that these games are actually quite possibly low on our lists, again, it's our personal opinion. It's wrong. We know.
Yes, opinion, not fact.
Please shout at us all you want. Yeah. We need the metrics.
Do that.
Tickle our algorithms, lads. So again, do the normal YouTube stuff that you expect from us, and we will see you hopefully very soon for the next part.
Subscribe to Jacksepticeye and
no, wrong channel.
Dick.
There is more than one Irish YouTuber, just to be clear.
Oh, Maximatosis is great.
See you later, lads.